Bill, when they get started in a minute or so, I'm gonna be muting you.
Okay.
Okay, so don't be startled.
Mhm.
I'll be muting myself too. So if you need anything, just put it in the chat.
Yeah.
Welcome to Rivercrest Unitarian Universalist Congregation. Whatever way you came to us, those here in this room, we welcome you, and those of you on Facebook, we welcome you. We celebrate all of the things gathered. I'm Kevin Stronghow. Let us pause together, enter into this space together and connect with one another. In the light of God, so Father, remain mindful that not everything nor let us gather here in headlong march our lives. In this congregation, there is a mission to nurture our spirits, love, attention, and create a safe and healthy environment. We are continuing search. What we share here is not unchangeable, but one an affirmation that we are called agents of love and justice and to help grow wherever everyone is cherished for who they are. In this program, our opening words are firmly practiced today. Creativity is an experience, spiritual experience. It does not matter which way you think of it. Creativity and spirituality, creativity. In fact, there's no distinction. Now, our logic brain is our sense. Our second and third and fourth thoughts, faced with an original sense, phrase, painting, squiggle, it says, what the hell is that? Whereas our artist, our child, but really on the first one, that's the mind of the puzzle. Artistic brain says, hey, that is so neat. And it puts odd things together. And it also likes calling a speeding car a wild animal, such as the black howling wolf pulled into the drive-in. You can join in singing this one when I'm with it. So anyway, our chalice life. Stupid printer, printed two-sided. The flaming chalice is a symbol of our Unitarian Universalist tradition. It is a beacon of liberal religious shining through generations. And our hours now lies the old high. As we light our chalice together this morning, let us join our voices in these words. We gather this hour as people of faith, with joys and sorrows, gifts and needs. We light this beacon of hope, sign of our quest, for truth and meaning, celebration of the life we share together. And in this light of love, let us say our covenant. Love is the spirit of this congregation, and service is its law. This is our great covenant, to dwell together in peace, to seek the truth in love, and to help one another. El amor es el espíritu de esta congregación, y los servicios de la felicidad. Esta es nuestra gran promesa, pilotos de paz, buscar la verdad a través del amor, y ayudarnos mutuamente.
We're on holy ground, right where we are. We're on holy ground, under the shining stars. We're on holy ground, when we reach for each other with our hearts. We're on holy ground. If life is a journey, between earth and land. And every step we take matters with every breath. And each breath we follow leads us somewhere or to someone to walk beside. We're on holy ground, right where we are. We're on holy ground, under the shining stars. We're on holy ground, when we reach for each other with our hearts. We're on holy ground. If we are on pilgrims between here and there, then everyone we meet matters each day we share. No one's a stranger, just a brother or a sister we didn't know. We're on holy ground, right where we are. We're on holy ground, under the shining stars. We're on holy ground, when we reach for each other with our hearts. We're on holy ground. If there is a heaven beyond earth and sky, it's made of moments here that matter with you and I. There's no destination more full of grace than this place we meet again. We're on holy ground, right where we are. We're on holy ground, under the shining stars. We're on holy ground, when we reach for each other with our hearts. We're on holy ground, right where we are. We're on holy ground, under the shining stars. We're on holy ground, when we reach for each other with our hearts. We're on holy ground.
That's one of my favorite Amy songs. In our community each week, we share pieces of our lives. We take a moment to share our joys and sorrows, gratitudes, here with the people who love us for exactly who we are, where we are, right now. You're in the room, we write into our book, and I'll read them. Those of you on Zoom, please enter please share your thoughts, let's put it that way, in chat, and we will lift all of these up together. Let's give people on Zoom just a moment. wishing Jane and Bill Floyd a speedy recovery from COVID and a bon voyage for her and Bill. And I can't read the rest of this. Oh, there's some African safari. All right, good. That's from Milton and Sheila. And this from Jim. Bill and I are missing you today. Thank you. Resume. And now, here in the quiet of this hour, if there is something on your own heart that you wish to mark without words this morning, you're invited to come forward, drop a stone into a reflection into this water, and we will hold each other in sacred community. For as William James wrote, we are like islands in the sea, separate above, but connected in the deep. Let's share a moment of silence. with these things, both spoken and unspoken, written and unwritten, asking that our hearts be seen even as we become seers of Christ, that we may serve one another and those beyond our walls with love and thankfulness today and every day. Amen. Aho, Ashe, Namaste. Blessed be. And so it is. We sustain and strengthen this beloved community and its work in our world through our gifts of our time, our skills, our love, and our money. Each Saturday, 25% of our undesignated offerings go to LifeNet for Family, which serves meals, clothing, and support for those in need here in Broward County. Do we have 2 ushers this morning? Usher, please come forward.
We can have 3 ushers. The more the merrier.
Someone fell and reminded me that life can be so gracious sometimes. And I felt like everything around me was connected somehow. Ooh. At night, I hear the rhythm of the ocean as it breaks on the shore. And I think about all the things that I am grateful for. They say, hold on to the ones you love. Keep them close to you. And they say, hold on to this time we have, and let the light shine through. Sometimes I get a little bit emotional when I see blood unfold. Two hearts stand by reflections of memories that were old. And they say, hold on to the ones you love. Keep them close to you. And they say, hold on to this time we have, and let the light shine through.
wisdom story. There aren't gonna be any slides about the wisdom story because it's kind of, there aren't very many words. So I'm gonna hold up the pictures and maybe those of you on this side can see it. So I've got the youngsters, not even sitting on the floor, all right. Let's see if I guess I'm gonna have to lean a little bit. Thank you. All right, that's better. This is Louise Loves Art. Written and is illustrated by Kelly Light. This is the opening page. You've got Louise on the floor with her little black cat. Drawing. And this page shows you how much she loves art. She's got sketches and drawings hanging all over the wall. And she's still got a bunch on the floor too. She says, I love art. It's my imagination on the outside. There she is, drawing some more. And her little brother is over here, watching her. So little time and so much to draw. One of these drawings will be my masterpiece, the greatest drawing I ever have done. Yeah, she's drawing on the floor. And her brother is drawing a pair of glasses, red glasses like she's wearing. To be a great artist, you have to notice everything. You get a series of the cat posing for her, and she does different drawing and drawing, upside down, the whole thing. I've done it so fierce, so feline, so fantastic, a masterpiece. She's holding up that masterpiece, and over here, her brother is holding up his masterpiece. A pair of red glasses that he drew and cut out. She's not paying attention to it. She says, not now, Art. I have to get ready for my show. She walks out, Art is still, Art, her brother, Art, is drawing on the floor with scissors by his side. Oh dear. I have to hang each picture just so. It's hanging it on the stairway, and the cat's going, oh, you better look in here, because there is Art. The scissors on the floor. It's my pièce de résistance. I'm just horrible, isn't it? Pièce de resistance. I know the perfect spot for it. So she's coming. She's going through the living room. There's Art coming down the stairs. Cat following them all. Oh boy, the Gallery du Fridge. So she's got all her pictures up on, we all had that, don't we? So here she is, she's framing the pictures, looking at everything. And here's her brother, busily cutting away something. He's cutting up her pictures. Louise, he says, and he shows her. It's a work of art. Little people cut out all over the place. I've heard about it. Yep. And the cat looking a little kinds of emotions on this as she's looking, and she's so upset with her brother. And here's Art down here in the corner saying, sorry. And she's taking a closer look at his little people strung together. Hmm. You notice now the cat is wearing red glasses. Gilbert. And she looks some more. Look at this. She strings out that string of people. They all have alternating red glasses. And red clothing, right. Oh, Art, I love it. This is so good. It's your masterpiece, and I know the perfect spot for it. Voila! There it is, centered on the refrigerator. The gallery du fridge. Look at me put glasses on the shelf up on the top here. And the final page is everybody's on the floor drawing, including the cat. Yes, cats are very intelligent. There have been shows of cats' paintings. So that's it for today. You can sing our child out.
We love you and bless you and send you on your way. We love you and bless you today and every day.
We have a very special message for you. Milton Clark is going to share his journey through his art. Christine, would you turn the AC down? She said it was hot before, now it's cold. Down and up. Yes, you are.
Morning, everyone. Morning, all on Zoom. Today, I'm going to talk about my journey through life, through art. And I was going to start when I first started to paint, at around the age 38 or 40. But in talking with Sheila the other day, she reminded me that I had an encounter with color at a very early age. And this happened at my bar mitzvah. Now, this is 1941, and we're coming out of the Depression. Okay, that sounds good. Everyone hear me?
Yes.
Better. So we're coming out of the Depression, and money was very scarce. And my mother went to buy me a suit for my bar mitzvah. Well, we couldn't afford a new suit. And we really didn't have thrift shops at that time. But we did have the man that came around, he held eye-cash clothes. And what he was, he had a sack over his shoulder, and he had different used clothing, and you couldn't afford new, so you bought off of him. And he had this horrendous green suit. And that's all my mother could afford, and it was my size. Maybe a little big, but close enough. And I was humiliated. I couldn't imagine going up to the bima in the synagogue with that green suit, but I was forced to. That was the only suit I got for my bar mitzvah. And so that was my first encounter with color. And I've named that color in some ways between an olive drab and a Kelly green. I'm not sure, depending on my mood. And I call it bar mitzvah green. I've never seen a collection with that color yet. But anyhow, so I'd like to start with a poem that speaks of art, and it's called Gessoed Canvas. Gessoed canvas awaits artist's brush and paint to stain the chalk white warp and weft. What to do, the age-old dilemma of the creative mind. It speaks to me, this stark white abyss, the challenge of a blank white canvas, once flat and two-dimensional, now transformed by artist's hand and color, a vision to behold. Blue and orange skies, dawn or dusk, puffy white clouds and setting sun. One walks through the landscape to distant mountains, majestic and grand, now transformed with depth of color, both pure and muted. This artist's canvas will remain three-dimensional evermore. So that kind of sets the tone of how we transform the canvas and ourselves. My artistic journey starts with my son Alan. Wanted me to buy him a paint box for $25. Now in 60, I'm sorry. In the 1960s. That was a lot of money. So I said, well, Alan, and I'm thinking I have a flute in the closet, and that was from my daughter's musical career. And I figured, well, I may have a paint box to join it, but I'm going to buy a paint by color set for $3. See how you do. And he did very well. I said, oh, that's fine. Now we'll go to step 2. And I bought him a book drawing for boys, planes, automobiles, boats. And he did not do very well. And I was going to show him how. And I did even worse. To this day, I cannot draw with a pencil. I can take a brush of paint and come up with something. But not, in fact, there's a story. I once, one summer, when I thought I was an artist, I was sketching my wife, Elaine, at the pool, and at the lake, rather. I'm sorry, we didn't have a pool. We had a lake that we joined a club. And I really did a fantastic job. And she looked at it, she says, what is this, George Washington? And no matter how I tried, she always came out George Washington. So I was never allowed to sketch her or do any painting of Elaine. But anyhow, I bought a drawing book, and he didn't do well, and I did worse. And a month later, I decided I would like to learn how to paint. So I looked around for a class to take. Most art class students' work that I saw looked the same. They looked like clones of the teacher. They all looked the same, I found, and then I looked around and I found a fifth artist. Someone told me this artist gave a class in back of the local art store. His name was Gene Scarpantoni. He did art restoration and artists and art classes. His studio was in back of the art store in town in Spring Valley, New York. And the walls were covered with old paintings in various stages of restoration, which intrigued me. I joined his class and I spent many an afternoon watching him restore paintings, and I learned how to do it. And soon I was buying old paintings in flea markets and retrieving them from the dumpsters and trash pickup. I never looked back. His method of teaching was to teach you how to see the light and dark of an object. Tones of the subject, he taught value drawing, which was just the light and dark of the object. And that was good for me because there were no lines involved. It was good for me. To draw with a pencil was terrible. In my first class, he told me not to bring any paint or canvas, just a box of medium charcoal and newspaper pad. The first 6 lessons were all about the light and dark of the object. After a few months of classes, I brought home a painting I had done and hung it on the living room wall. And that was the first time I really felt I was part of the household. In those years, the women ran the house, and the men brought home the paycheck. 6 years later, we moved to Florida, and and in New York, I did rug and upholstery cleaning. And it didn't work in Florida because it was a switch and bait. And so I became a paper hanger because I was intrigued by the paper hanger we hired to do our kitchen and bathrooms, who was in construction, and that was part of my background. Also, so I became a paper hanger, which was artistic in that you had to see and match patterns. I joined the West Artists Club, a local group that consisted of individuals that needed a place to do their art. We rented a store and each had their space to work in. It was a good experience for me since we did peer critique. This group stayed together for about 10 years. And when we first moved to Florida, my wife Elaine encouraged me to go back to school, and I went back and got an associate degree in fine arts. It took me 10 years, 3 credits a semester, and as long as you didn't miss a semester, you could matriculate. So I got a degree. I figured for the same work, I might as well. I had a heart attack in 2005, and I could not work as a paper hanger anymore. And a fellow artist club member introduced me to a kinetic artist, Len Janklow, who worked in acrylic, and I worked with him on the atrium artwork of the Carnival cruise ship Imagination. My construction background helped me in constructing the frames and various size boxes needed for the project, since there was a lot of compound mitering involved. And all work started with a 4x8 sheet of acrylic. And I had worked with my uncle Louis, who was a general contractor and plasterer, and that helped me in my work with Len. I eventually became a plasterer and worked with I worked on many SUNY dormitories and the riding hall at West Point, which Ken loved to hear the story, which was converted into a school for cadets. All this I considered artistic because I took raw materials and made a finished product out of it. And it was a very, very humbling thing to do. But it was all part of my art experience. I always worked in a trade that created a finished product. The artwork on the Carnival ship Imagination consisted of a 24-foot sculpture, center sculpture. And it was 3 decks high, and all also we did the atrium artwork on the 3 walls of the 3 decks. And I worked with Glenn for 5 years until he died in about 2010. In this time, my family encouraged me with my art background to apply to the Fort Lauderdale Museum of Art and become a docent. This experience broadened my appreciation for all kinds of art. Up until this time, I was an artistic snob. Since I was schooled in studio art of the time, realism, I poo-pooed abstract art, surrealist art, cubist, Cobra, and many other forms of art. I learned to broaden my knowledge and appreciation of all art. An example of my transformation can be seen in the painting made in memory of Keith Haring. All art has 3 basic characteristics: color, composition, and balance. And I brought some examples. This was the art I did in New York. And it was traditional old master style painting. No lines. Then in Florida, I started doing more, I forget what they call it now. Anyhow, it's a looser form of art. And impressionist artists did this work. And then I did my memorial to Keith Haring, which was even looser than the wolf. And this is Keith Haring. And
That's okay.
and that was his little symbol. And all his work had that little guy there. And so that's the progression. My wife Elaine became ill, and I became her caretaker for the next 5 years. And I gave up my docent work to care for her full time. I have a poem here, Letting Go, which speaks of what I had to do after she passed. Letting go. A snake slithers through the grass with grace and ease. Sheds its skin, if you please. It is alive. Bottom feeder crab drops its skeleton underneath the rocky slab, expands and grows anew. It is alive. Majestic moose in summer heat molds its winter's velvet skin. 15-point antlers fights to win. It is alive. Lost my love many years. Rent my garments, shed my tears. I am alive. And speaks to that life continues. And we have to continue. After Elaine passed, I reconnected with my cousin Tina. After a long separation, she lived in Lakeland, Florida, and she taught me how to make dream catchers and work with clay again, and to produce clay faces. The problem was we had no access to a high-fired kiln. So I took a hiatus until I found polymer clay, which could be fired in a toaster oven. A year later, I was introduced to metal clay, which, when fired, turns into bronze, or silver, or gold, or copper, depending on what you use. Much more durable than the polymer. And I'm wearing, this is the polymer, and it has two-sided. And this is the bronze, one of, and mold of my faces. And this is just decorative. And I also have that's my Felix bag. I have everything in there. I also have, this is, I just wrote small, dream catcher. Maybe one day we'll teach the kids how to make them. And also the faces, I decided to put them in boxes. Artwork. After Elaine's passing, I went to a bereavement group and I met Shiora. And she introduced me to the River of Grass and to poetry, to Buddhism, and a book club which helped me with my poetry. In 2021, I self-published a poetry book on my voice, which I have. I'm going to put all these on display there so you could, during hospitality, you can peruse. I connected with other poetry groups across the country via Zoom and enjoyed interacting with them. Life is funny in many ways. In my early years, I worked in construction, and my work helped me with the work I did with Len Janko and the paper hanging too. Art in its many forms shaped me in many ways. It gave me the self-confidence to say no, to think of myself first in ways that I never would have. Had I not become involved in art, it built the person I am today, to see better, to see people and the natural world, and it taught me that everything is interconnected. It has brought me to this beautiful community of River of Grass, and I will continue to grow and thrive for as long as I am on this planet, and then some. I would like to close with the poem, Walking Meditation. Walking meditation. I walk the path before me, trod by many in the past the cornfields with their sweet silken tassels, past the golden wheat swaying in the breeze, past the wildflowers' cacophony of color, breathing in, breathing out. I meditate upon my steps, heel to toe, right foot, breathe in, left foot, breathe out. Mindful to tread upon the footsteps left by others who have passed this way. Absorb their wisdom left in the earth beneath my feet. The air quickens, the wind picks up, clouds rise from the horizon. A summer rain shower falls upon the fields, upon my cheeks. The path turns muddy beneath my feet. The corn with bulging husks absorbs the rain's energy. The wheat glistens, drinks its full. I too am awash in nature's power. Breathing in, breathing out, meditate, feel the energy. The inner peace as I walk the path. I rest beneath an oak tree, in its cooling shade, at one with all I survey, at one with myself, breathing in, breathing out. letting go of stress, at one with the universe, at rest, I meditate. I wasn't taking any of Kathy's pages. They might be a little out of order, Kathy, you excuse me.
Well, that's, I think I was on the last one anyway.
There you go.
And we have some closing music called Keep On Moving On. It's performed by Emma's Revolution and friends.
Gotta keep on moving forward. Keep on moving forward. Keep on moving forward.
take this time in our service for announcements for the good of the community. It's summer, we have no announcements. But I would like to call your attention to this beautiful banners in the back. Our spiritual art group is creating these banners. They will be on this wall. There's a set of 3 that way and 3 that way. This John Kittner artwork will be the closest ones, and they're fantastic. This one is done. This one needs some more work, but you can see the progress, and really gorgeous. I think this is going to be fabulous, and thank you, Spiritual Art, and see for organizing it. And I also want to point out that I want to thank Britt for stepping in for the video at last moment. Thank you, Britt. Our closing words. Be kind. Be brave. Be just. Be merciful. Be hopeful. This is how we keep the chalice flame burning until we are together again. And as we extinguish this flame, but not the warmth of community, the light of truth, or the fire of commitment, these we carry in our hearts until we are together again. Until we're together and shine on.
Shine
Shine on.
on.
I didn't like the chalice.
Play that music.
Do it again.